Let's begin.
Did anyone see this during the alleged assassination attempt on Trump? This dude just casually eating a piece of chicken, but then all of a sudden a fork appears in his hand. Look at right here. Clearly no fork, but then right here, there's a little transition where the fork just kind of appears in his hand now. And he brings it down and the chicken is now on a fork, when the chicken was clearly right in his fingers. And then there's one more thing right here that just kind of appears in his hand. What is that? There's nothing in his hand, and then all of a sudden, it just appears. There's this clip with Erica Kirk and Dana White.
I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was pretty crazy, unique experience.
But if you just have a little bit of patience and an eye for this stuff, then you'll realize that none of this is actually real. Look at his face right here, how it just makes this hard right angle on his cheek. And the light is just phasing right through his cheek. And look up here. You see this hard right angle also, where his skin just kind of takes on the shape of this line behind him. And then there's one more right here. You see this one right here? A little indent in his head, and you can see the wall behind it. See, the reason why we're allowed to talk about the conspiracy behind this, how it might have been staged or whatever, is because they don't care whether you think it really happened or if it was staged, because it's still masking the fact that it's just not real and it's AI. It's like pretty much every other conspiracy. They don't care how you look at this thing as long as you're not looking at it as entirely fake.
I mean, literally everything they tell us could be fake. Everything. We have very little ability to prove otherwise in many big issues.
Here go another video of a UFO shooting down a missile. Zaps the missile 3 times, and then the missile goes out of commission. Look at that. Like, they really are trying to help save our planet. Look at that. They're showing who has the real power here. What y'all think about this video?
I remember originally seeing that way back in college, and that blowing me away, thinking, gosh, we're so close to disclosure. Here we are decades later, and we still don't know the truth. I don't know, I'm beginning to think that some of these technologies are just AI generated now. Yeah, we really know nothing. Nothing.
We are not in 2025, and I can prove this. The word calendar comes from the Roman word calens. Calens was the day of the month the Romans had to pay their taxes to the Roman Empire. So the calendar we use today was created to make us a slave, so that we can become a part of a slave system. The calendar that we use today is called the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar is a copyrighted false timeline. It's a man-made, therefore it's copyrighted. And that timeline is copyrighted, and guess what? It's on your birth certificate, which means your birth certificate on paper is underneath the copyright of the Gregorian system, the Roman Empire. We used to have a lunar calendar, lunar cycle. We have man-made things, the Gregorian calendar, and we have God-made things, which is the cycle of the moon and the cycle of the heavens. This is the true calendar that we need to use. And it proves we're not in 2025. Because if we look at the word month, the word M-O-N comes from the root word of moon or month, because the moon has a 28-day cycle. It goes from a new moon all the way to a full moon, back to a new moon in 28-day cycles. And if we do 365 days a year divided by 28 equals 13, which means we have 13 months or moon cycles every single year, which means we have a missing month. They removed one of the months to create a 12-month cycle for the Gregorian calendar. Reason why I think they did this is to remove our connection to the heavens. They do not want our bodies, our minds, our consciousness in sync with these heavenly bodies, because we can use the moon to our advantage. Full moon is when the subconscious mind is wide open, and you can use the full moon to implant new messages, new beliefs into your subconscious mind. Now, if you notice the Matrix, they always do bad things and rituals on this day to implant negative messages into your subconscious. The sun is a God-designed clock, an intelligently based design. The sun tells the time of the day, the moon tells the day of the month, and the stars tell you the month of the year. They do not want us in sync with the heavenly intelligences.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this guy's books. He seems like he's got some knowledge on him. Wow, okay, that one seems pretty legit. Maybe. I don't know, the dog's reacting to it's pretty powerful.
This is the forgotten technology that helped build the pyramids and technology behind UFOs. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, and it makes me want a bowl of cereal. I have no idea. I don't know the purpose of that.
Showtime!
Look at everyone filming, man. Yo! Yo! Right. Yo! Get him out!
The hell was that? Like, was that completely fabricated?
And the most evil of them are the ones who are essentially looking like what we would think the devil is. You got reptilian skin, you got vertical slit pupils, they're very large, they could be 12 feet tall. They apparently in some cases actually do eat human beings.
Oh, great.
Which is not something we want. And they are living off of the fear of humanity.
Could there be a combination of both? The benevolent and the evil?
Well, what I'm saying is we're being visited by both. Both of them are involved in our lives. Both of them are contacting people on Earth. They have to start, there's certain laws in the universe where they have to begin telepathically, but then they can transition into an in-person contact. So everybody, I would recommend, if you haven't already seen it, go watch the Cosmic Disclosure episode where we bring in William Tompkins.
On the Gaia TV network.
Yeah, 94-year-old guy who was there in World War II as a high-ranking Navy debriefer of 29 embedded spies who were in the German secret space program at the time. And what he revealed was that telepathic contact with reptilian ETs was established through various German secret society groups like the Thule Society, the Vril Society, and it led to an in-person physical contact in which these reptilians, or what they call the Draco, actually formed an alliance with the Nazis to conquer not just the Earth, but other worlds. Now, these beings, these negative beings, actually require fear as a food supply. It's an energetic nutrition that they get off of causing as much war and pain and chaos on Earth as possible.
Well, they're doing a good job doing it.
This planet has become an oasis for them. They are essentially living off of our collective dis-ease and our ignorance.
Loosh, baby, loosh. They're loving it. Also, I have to say, any of those benevolent entities he was talking about that need to reach out to a normal human being, hit me up. Give me the secrets. There's blank paper in here.